Welcome back once again. As the sun rises, it unveils that what can be called as perhaps one of the most honest places on planet Earth, a racetrack. Because here there will be nothing else but the truth. And the face of this truth has a shine. The eyes of this truth are bright. The chest of this truth is forward like the riders. The truth is nothing else but lap time. The truth is that anyone who's raced at a racetrack will only ever be who he really is.
Race 1 we had 5 crashes and race 2 we had 4 crashes.
जब छुट्टे थे तो कोई गिरा और वो गाड़ी डैमेज ज़्यादा हुआ तो उसको करने के थोड़ा टाइम जाता था.
We were working from morning 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the night to get the bikes in shape again. So all the riders get their bikes all ready.
सोच के आई थे कि आपको ये टाइप पे कोई राइडर लोग ऐसा नाराज ना हो, अपने हिसाब से पूरा काम हो.
We try to make it perfect as possible because we have raced and we know what the riders go through. We don't want any bikes to fail. That is very important. So the rider should be satisfied. At least if he doesn't win, he should have a good ride.
The engine on the Continental GT R650 is kept stock. Parallel twin-cylinder 648cc engine displacement along with 78mm bore 4 valves and a single overhead camshaft setup.
For race 3, I'll be starting at P5, so I'll be on podium for sure. And he plays mind games. He takes decision very fast.
He's very consistent with the throttle and the braking. So I need to learn that to do the same thing throughout the 10 laps.
Alvin Xavier, he's a calm guy, but I'm not like that. I'll have some pressure, but that's what keeps me moving, or else that fire won't be there in me.
We have to look after the bikes and make sure that the bikes are all equal and all in perfect shape.
Yesterday I started from the last, but I managed to come to 4th. That's because the bike is equal to all the other guys.
Race 3, I'm starting from 22nd position from last. So it will be very tough. There are chances of more people crashing in front of me. So I have to be careful about that.
Surya is absolutely, he's fast. So I really wish to be ahead of him today.
But still we have to be very cautious as the temperature right now is little hot than yesterday. So we have to be very cautious on the throttle.
This race I'll hope everyone is calm as second race. That would be better, not like first race.
So he'll be starting from P5. So it's going to be a tough fight.
Alright guys, now the racers have lined up for the beginning of race 3. I can't believe we've gotten so far, and the learning so far is that it's not just going to be about coming first, it's going to be about being consistent and collecting those points.
From the racetrack back into the com box. Now waiting for the lights to go off, which they do now. Keep an eye out for bike number 1. That is Anish Shetty. Keep an eye out on bike number 15. That's Surya.
The start was actually not that good. 3 people, I guess, passed me in C1 itself.
It was a nice race. Everyone was on the limits.
Good run by Ullas Nanda. He started off on P3 and he's moved up to P1.
In second lap, my last corner, I moved Anish.
It was like dogfight in the first bunch, like Surya, Anish, Alvin, Ullas. Oh my God, it was a good race.
Till 5 laps, we were like top 5 or all together. Then we passed and we had a good fight.
Shuffle that's on in the race leaders.
2-3 laps, I was in the same position. I began to feel good, and then I started to push.
So Navneet Kumar on bike number 5, the biker from Pondicherry, is currently he slipped ahead of Ullas Nanda.
Slight error from Anish that's pushed him back down to 5th now.
In one of the turns up the C4, the engine kill turned off, which turned off the bike. So I had to again turn on the engine kill and start.
He had a bad luck. His bike got off in between the race and then again started fighting.
And then there were 4 riders who overtook because of that. And then I caught up and came back to 2nd. And then again it turned off, which again put me back to 4th.
And I think Anish Shetty's dropped places because I think he's got some problem with his bike.
I moved Anish in entry of C4, but I couldn't shift to 3rd, so he passed me again.
Not 100% performing race is what I would say.
Riders through the checkered flag, folks. Navneet Kumar has won it.
The moment he crossed the start finish line, he folded his hand. More something like what footballer Kylian Mbappe does, and you can see the delight, the celebration and the joy for Navneet Kumar winning his first race in Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup 2022.
First round, we have already done 3 races. Till you see the checkered flag, the race is never over. So that's what happened today.
I am a champion, the devil, a lover. Congratulations. Other could never.
Being with in the same track as Anish Shetty and Alvin Xavier and Surya and all really makes me happy because I get to learn a lot from them. Really excited and happy that I finished 3rd.
Podiums is necessary for me to be in the championship. 3 podiums for the weekend. I'm really happy. So taking forward to the round 2.
'Cause I feel good to everything that's deep inside of you.
Number boy, Navneet.
Race 2, I knew where I stand. I started from 25 and finished 4th. That race kept my spirit up. So this race, from lap 1, I told to myself that this is my race.
You are the hero.
Even while starting the race, I prepared what to do if I finish first. Like what swag I did in the finish line, I figured it out even before starting.
Basically, we did a couple of changes with our clip-ons. It worked really well for the first 2 races, but unfortunately for the 3rd race, it had some issue. We know what the problem is, we'll fix it for the next round.
What is the problem? They should tell us very clearly. If they misguide us, we'll go to the wrong settings.
I don't regret it 'cause I'm innovating for the age.
Because of the setup I tried today, this race was not as expected.
I'm happy with the result, obviously, but like he said, maybe this is not probably his best. The best is yet to come.
Stealing all your sons and daughters. This is the golden age of judging books by their cover.
I still feel they have got talent, they are quick riders, but they have not been taught how to set up a bike. And I think that is very, very important.
तो खराब लगता है सर, नाराज.
This is the end of the age.
We are confident that this will continue. There's plans to grow this project. There's plans to add a few more interesting activities under the Motorsports umbrella so that we can make it even more inclusive. We can, make it more and more accessible.
This is the end of the age.
Race 3 of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup Season 2022 was a show. 3 races down for the championship. There now are just 5 more to go.